Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some pre-1961 Bats League. Here on April 18th, we got the Boston Red Sox traveling to Cleveland for opening day to take on the Cleveland Indians. And let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Leading off, playing third base is Jimmy Collins. Playing second is Billy Goodman. Batting third, playing center field is Dom DiMaggio. Won't be the first time I call him Joe, probably. Batting fourth, playing left field is Ted Williams. Batting fifth, playing first base is Buck Freeman. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Johnny Pesky. Batting seventh, playing right field, Doc Kramer. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Sammy White. And on the mound for the Boston Red Sox is Smokey Joe Wood. Let's take a look at the hometown Cleveland Indians. Leading off, playing second base, Nap LaJoy. I'm batting second, playing center field is Tris Speaker. Batting third, playing left field is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Batting fourth, playing first base is Hal Trotsky. Batting third, playing third base is Al Rosen. Batting sixth, playing right field is Rocky Calavito. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Lou Boudreau. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Steve O'Neill. And on the mound, batting ninth is Andy Josh for the Cleveland Indians. So let's get down here and get this game started, folks. And leading off for the Boston Red Sox is Jimmy Collins. This is his 1901 season. He batted .332, 6 homers, and 94 RBIs, going up against Josh. And this is his 1908 season. He pitched in 42 games, started 35, was 24 and 11 with a 1.16 ERA. Here's the pitch to Collins. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Easy play for Rosen over to first. That'll be out number one here in the first. Here comes Billy Goodman up now. And this is Goodman's 1950 season, batted .354, 4 homers, 68 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Billy. And that's going to be a comebacker to the mound and over to first for out number two. Here's Dom DiMaggio. It's up now. This is his 1950 year also. He batted .328. He had 7 homers and 70 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Lou at short. Over to first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the first. Boston nothing. And the Indians coming up to bat. Joy, Speaker, and Jackson will be batting here for the Indians. This is Nape's 1904 season. He batted .376, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. And see what year this is for Wood. 1912 season. He pitched in 43 games, started 38, was 34 and 5 with a 1.91 ERA. And here's the pitch to Nate. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Nate gets on board for the Indians with a walk. Have to keep an eye on him down there at first. And Chris Speaker's up now. And this is Speaker's 1923. Trish Speaker, 1923 season, batting .380, 17 home runs, and 130 RBIs. Excuse me, and that's going to probably be a rare play here on 40. And up here. Fielding column 1. Wild pitch runner to second by Wild P3 pitcher only, and he is not. So then we'll go to the rare play. So a 40 on a runner on first. That's a 54. 54 on a 40. It's 26. And that's going to be runner is picked off first. So they picked Nape off. Nice job by Wood. Now there's one out and nobody on for Speaker. And here's the pitch to Speaker. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be a fly ball. Excuse me, out the right field. And Kramer is a 2 and a 43. Will probably keep him a 2. And it does. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So how big was that pickoff? So both runners get on, but they pick off Nape. Now you got a runner down at first for shoeless Joe Jackson. This is Joe's 1911 season. He batted .408. He had 7 home runs, 83 RBIs. And you have to keep an eye on Speaker down there at first. And that's going to be a ball driven into the gap. And down the first base line. And let's see, with a 33 arm, Speaker might be headed home here. And he's going to stay put at third. He's not going to try to chance it. So a double. And that's going to make the Red Sox, even early in this game, they don't expect to be scoring a lot of runs against Josh. They're going to bring the infield in, folks. So we got second and third and only one out. They're bringing the infield in. The runners down at second and third. And we got Speaker down at third. Jackson down at second.
Trotsky.
And Trotsky at the plate. And this is Howe's 1936 season. He batted .343, 42 home runs, 162 RBIs. Let's see if Trotsky can do something here. Infield drawn in. And that's going to be a 37. That's going to be a use the pitcher. Wood is a 2 and a 13. That's going to be fielding column 1. And they get the runner out at third. The runner at second's going to hold. And we're going to have first and second, folks, with 2 outs. Nice job by Boston defense here. So that's a ground ball back to the mound. Throws over there. Runner on second. It's going nowhere. And we got first and second now with 2 outs. And I didn't want the runner going down the third, so let's try this again. Try it again here. So ground ball back to the mound. Runner on second. It's going to hold. So we got first and second now for Al Rosen. This is Al's 1953 year. And he batted .336, 43 homers, and 145 RBIs. So first, second, and third, and 1 out. And so far, they haven't got a run across. Can Mr. Smoky Joe Wood get out of this mess with no run scoring? And that's going to be against a 27. That is going to be a pop up on the infield, and he's calling for it. And it's Jimmy Collins down at third makes the catch out in shallow left field. And we go to the top of the second. It's no score here, folks. Nothing. We got Williams, Freeman, and Pesky due up here for Boston. Ted Williams' 1941 season batted .406, 37 homers, 120 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Ted Williams' first at bat. He drives out in the right field for a leadoff homer in the second inning, his first homer of the season. And just like that, it's 1-0 Boston. That brings up Buck Freeman now. This is Freeman's 1901 season, batting .339. He's got 12 homers, 114 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Freeman. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, Josh is having problems here. In the second inning, both batters get aboard. Williams with a homer, and now Buck Freeman with a walk. That brings up Johnny Pesky. This is Pesky's 1946 season, batted .335, 2 homers, and 55 RBIs. Have to keep an eye on Freeman down there at first. Here we go again. And that's going to be a ground ball, I think, down the third. In front of home plate. And O'Neill takes the mask off, makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 down now. That brings up Doc Kramer. I'm in here. Darn weather, I guess. Maybe we got storms coming through. This is Doc Williams' 1940 season, batting .303 with 1 homer on RBIs. And that's going to be against righty 0-22. 8. And that's going to be popped up. Now it's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out for out number 2. That brings up Sammy White. And this is 54 season. Excuse me. And Sammy batting .282. He's got 14 homers and 75 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that'll end the inning. But Boston scores 1 on a Ted Williams homer. We go to the bottom of the first. Boston 1. Cleveland nothing. We got Calavito, Bordeaux, and O'Neill due up here for Cleveland. This is Rocky's 1958 season. Batted .303 with 41 homers. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Doc's out there, makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Lou Bordeaux up now. And this is Lou's 1948 season. He batted a .355. He had 18 homers and 106 RBIs. And I noticed Steve O'Neill don't have a pitcher. We'll have to fix that after the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's the first strikeout for Wood. Brings up Steve O'Neill now. And O'Neill's batting .321 with 3 homers and 55 RBIs back in 1920. Here's the pitch to O'Neill. And he gets a hold of this one off of Wood. See what old Steve does with it. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. And that'll be a 2-out double by O'Neill. So O'Neill's down at second. And ADDIE Josh is up now. And this is his 1908 season. He batted a .155 with 10 RBIs during the year. See if old Josh can help his own calls out, since we don't need no stinking DH. And against a righty of 27. And that's going to be a Ground ball back to the mound. And Woods up with it. Fires over to Freeman at first. And that'll end the inning. And the Tribe leave another runner on. We go to the top of the third. It's still 1-0 Beantown. And we got Wood, Collins, and Goodman due up. Smokey, this is his 1912 season. And as you can tell, they don't need no stinking DH. Smokey Wood batted .290, 1 homer and 13 RBI. So you can't take Smokey lightly here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He doesn't. He strikes Wood out for out number 1. That brings up Jimmy Collins now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one's going to be hit down the second. And Knapp's got it. Fires over the Howe. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Goodman. Let's see if Billy Goodman can get a 2-out rally started. He's 0 for 1, grounded back to the mound. And that's going to be hit out into down the short. And with 2 outs, he might be able to make the play. Let's look here. He is a 10. And nice play down there by Lou Boudreau. He gets to that ball, fires over the first, and that'll do it for Boston. 1, 2, 3 goes the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. We got the top of the order due up here for the Indians. LaJoy, Speaker, and Jackson. And Knapp, he walked his first time up and got picked off at first. And that's going to be a 9 against a 27. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Ted Williams makes a nice catch out there for out number 1. And that brings up Chris Speaker now. And Trish is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball. Sorry, that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll be out number 2, 2 up and 2 down. And it's up to Shoeless Joe to get something going here with 2 outs. And Joe is 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And that's going to be handled by Sammy. And he throws over the first for out number 1. So 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. We make it to the top of the fourth. DiMaggio, Williams, and Freeman due up. Dom is 0 for 1, grounded out the short. And that's going to be hit out in right field. Colavito's out there. And he makes a nice catch. Nice job by Colavito. Robs Dom of a base hit. 1 down here. That brings up the greatest hitter of all time is what he said. He's 1 for 1 today with a homer. Let's see if Williams can do it again, folks. And no, they don't pitch to him. They walk Ted. Ted trots on down the first. Hey, 007. And here comes Buck Freeman up now. He walked his first time up. Williams down at first with 1 out. And that's going to be a ground ball. No, that's a hit by pitch. And all of a sudden, Josh can't find the strike zone. And the Red Sox ain't too happy, but I don't think it was done on purpose. He just walked Ted Williams, and now he hits Freeman. So runners at first and second, and only 1 out. Like I say, I don't think it's done on purpose. The Red Sox are chirping a little bit, but it brings up Pesky. He popped up to the catcher his first time up. Hey, Ken. And I'll have to check it out, 007. 007 said he put a new video up today. And here's the pitch to Pesky. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Speaker's out there. Let's see if he's going to tag up here. I doubt it. Not with one. Well, now it'll be 2 outs. You don't want to make the third out at third. 39. Nah. He's going to stay put, Ted is. That's a fly ball out to center field. So now there's 2 outs. And that brings up Doc Kramer here. And Kramer struck out his first time up. Yeah, exactly, Ken. I love this set. Here's the pitch to Doc. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Doc. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And yes, he may. We got a hell of a pitcher out there. And Josh with a 7. That is going to be a single in the left field. That'll score Williams easily. And let's see here. And Freeman's going to stop at second. But that's going to make it 2-0. Boston. So now we got runners on first and second still. 2 outs now for Sammy White. Red Sox are up by 2. And Sammy, he flew out the left field his first time up. And that's going to end it. Well, maybe not. We got to check this 12 just in case he makes him so good. And he doesn't. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. He's going to take it himself. Step on the bag. And that'll be out number 3. But Boston scores another one. And they're up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. This Boston team's got a hell of a pitching staff, but their bats are a little weak, aren't they, Ken? I think that's going to make them struggle a little bit. I mean, ordinarily you wouldn't say a 290 hitter or a 308 hitter struggling, but I think the bats are going to struggle. But they got one hell of a pitching staff with Wood, Leonard, and Cy Young. And then Kinder in the bullpen on top of that. But like I say, just looking at them last night before I did the game, their bats look a little weak. Hey, Buckshot. Oh, that's all right, bud. Yep. Appreciate it, man.
Trotsky.
All righty. So now we got Trotsky, Rosen, and Calavita due up. Yeah, I figured. I only hit 220. Yeah, that's what I was looking at last night. I was thinking, man, their lineup's a little weak for this. And Trusky's batting 343, 42 homers, and 162 RBIs and 1936. He's 0 for 1 today. Reached on the field as Philly. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. He's out of there. So Trusky goes down on strikes. And that'll be 1 out. Al Rosen's up now. And he popped up the third his first time up. And let's see what Rosen can do here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Over the first. That'll be out number 2. Nice job by Pesky. And that brings up Rocky Calavito now. And the Rock is 0 for 1. Flew out to right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Wood all of a sudden now he's in the groove starting to strike him out. Yeah, they got a lot of hitters batting around 290. Like I said, which ain't bad. But in this league, 290 is nothing. When you got 340, 400 hitters, yeah. Yep, we got Wood, Collins, and Goodman due up here for the Red Sox. They're up 2-0. Smokey, he struck out his first time, but like I say, Josh can't groove one or Smokey will blast it. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Al's got it. Fires over to Trusky for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go, and Jimmy Collins. And Jimmy, he's grounded out twice, the third and the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Calavito's got it. So 2 up and 2 down here. So to Billy Goodman to get a 2-out rally going. And Billy, he's grounded out twice also. Once to the pitcher and once to short. And that's going to be a fly ball this time out to Shoeless Joe out there in left field. And the Red Sox go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We got Bordeaux, O'Neill, and Josh due up here. Lou struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Smokey Joe Wood is now on fire, folks. That's 3 out of 4 batters he struck out. That brings up Steve O'Neill. He did double his last time up. And that's going to be a 8 against a, you're going to love this, Ken. He makes him a 27. Yeah, an 8 against a 27. That's going to be a ground ball down the second, and that'll be out number 2. And that brings up Josh, and Josh, he grounded back to Wood his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the second. That'll end the inning. The Tribe go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 6th. DiMaggio, Williams, and Freeman due up here. Dom's 0 for 2, grounded out and flew out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the speaker in center. Trish has got it. Not a problem for out number 1. Here comes the man. Like I say, he says he's the greatest hitter of all time, and he's a perfect 1-for-1 today. Homered, and it didn't want nothing to do with him. They walked him his other time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Ted Williams is on fire to start this season, folks. 2 homers and a walk, and it is now 3-0. It is the Ted Williams against the Cleveland Indians show here today. As Ted says he's got this. We don't need no other 400 hitters on this team. I got it. As long as you got the greatest. That is back-to-back home. Well, no, he did walk in between. That brings up Freeman now. He's been on base both times. He's been walked and hit by a pitch. And that's going to be against a 22. That is going to be a ground ball down the second. Knapp's got it. Fires over to first for out number 2. And that brings up Johnny Pesky now. And he's 0 for 2, popped up and flew out. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Pesky gets aboard here with 2 outs. And that brings up the Doc. And the Doc's got the other RBI. Williams has got 2 out of 3. Doc picked up 1 his last time up when he singled and drove in a run. Struck out his other time. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson, and that'll end the inning. But Ted Williams makes this a 3-0 ball game, folks, with a homer. As we go to the 6th inning, we got the top of the order due up here for Cleveland. Knapp, Speaker, and Shoeless Joe. And Knapp is 0 for 1. He walked and flew out the left as Larry joins us. Yeah, your Tribe's got some work to do here, Larry. It's been the Ted Williams show here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Freeman's got it. That'll be out number 1. See if Trish Speaker can get aboard here for Shoeless Joe. And Speaker is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down now. So it's up to Shoeless Joe to get a 2-out rally going here in the 6th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Pesky. He's up with it. He fires over the first. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go to Tribe. We go to the 7th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for Boston. White, Wood, and then back to Collins as Beatles joins us. And Sam's 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out the first. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one's out the speaker in center. And one down here for Boston. And here comes old Smokey Wood. I love to see Smokey get a base hit here. After pitching a gem of a game, he's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. And you wish it, you get it here on the channel. He squares this one up. Smokey's got a little bit of power here, folks. Like I say, he had a homer in 1912. So let's see if he can groove one here. And no, that's going to be a double in the right field, though. So Smokey Joe Wood, because we don't need no stinking DH as Beatles rise in time. Wood is down at second with one out. Can Boston add to this 3-0 lead here? Now we're back to the top of the order, and Jimmy Collins, he's 0 for 3, grounded out to third and second and flew out the right. And that's going to be an 11 against a 22. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Wood with 2 outs. Let's see if he's going to chance it. Shootless Joe's got a hell of an arm out there. So with 2 outs, that's a 47. And who you got coming up next? Goodman, a 21. I haven't had no luck with this. 21, he's going to stay put. He's not going to take on Joe's arm. So he's going to stop down at third. So now we got first and third, and only 1 out. So there was only 1 out. I wasn't even looking, so he definitely ain't going because I used the wrong run modifier. He wouldn't even had that good of a chance. So I'm glad I didn't send him. He'd have been out by Country Mouse. That brings up Billy Goodman. He's grounded out the pitcher in the short and flew out the Joe. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Trish, well, 62. I might make him a fielding column number 2. And it does. That makes him a fielding column number 2. And with that's a 52. Now Wood may make it home here, even though Trish has got a good arm. Plus 10, 27. They're going to throw for it, and a 53 or lower. And Wood will make it home here and make this a 4-0 ball game. And he's in there safely. Jimmy stays at first. So a sacrifice fly makes it 4-0. Oh, playing some payoff pitch, Larry is. You have a good one too, Larry. So now we got 2 outs, and DiMaggio's up. He's grounded out, flown out the center and the right. Here's the pitch to Dom. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Colavito. That'll win the inning. But the Red Sox add another run as we go to the 7th inning stretch. And the Cleveland Indians has got to do some work here, I think, in these next 2 innings. They don't want to be going into the 9th inning and down by 4. That's for sure. Let's see who they got.
Trotsky.
They got Trotsky, Al Rosen, and Rocky Colavito due up here. Let's see what Trotsky can do. He is 0 for 2. He has reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Freeman at first. He'll take it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 1. That brings up Al Rosen now. See if Al can get a 1-out rally going. He's popped up and grounded out. And that's not going to, well, that is going to work. That's going to be a base on balls. So he gets on base here. Down by 4. They need base runners, and that's going to bring up Rocky Colavito. He's flown out to his counterpart out in right field, and he has struck out. And he didn't strike out this time. Let's see here. Wood. He's got the G, so let's see if this is a home run. And against a righty, he's going to be a 25, and he has the G. So that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Rocky Colavito just cuts into that lead and makes it 4-2, cuts it in half. And the Indians are right back in it, folks. One swing of the bat. One out now, nobody on for Lube or Joe. Larry, if you're still here, your tribe's trying to come back. Lou's trying to avoid the hat trick here. He struck out twice against Wood. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He doesn't strike out, but he doesn't get on. And Freeman will make the play himself, calls off Wood. That's 2 down now. That brings up Steve O'Neill. And like I say, I got to get his pitcher straight. Been grounded out the second. And that ball is hit hard. He squares this one up against Wood. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And all of a sudden, Smokey's having a little problem here in the 7th, folks. That's getting the bullpen to stir. And with a runner in scoring position, they're going to hit here for Josh. So he's going to come off the bench here. That is the question. Pitch hit against Smokey Wood. And I think it's going to be Larry Doby's coming off the bench. Larry's coming off the bench to pitch hit here. See if he can maybe tie this game up or at least cut it into a 1-run game. And this is Larry's 1950 season. He batted .326 and 50 with 25 home runs and 102 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Larry. And that's a base on balls. Wood is now officially struggling. So first and second here, 2 outs. They go out to talk to him with top of the orders due up now. See what old Nate can do. He is 0 for 2. He does have a walk. So to say the least, he's due. Let's see if Wood can get out of this inning and keep this a 2-run game here after the homer by Colavito. And he's going to get the job done. DiMaggio camps underneath this one, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. But the Tribe scored 2 on the Colavito 2-run homer and lead this game 4-2. We go to the top of the 8th. We got Williams, Freeman, and Pesky due up here. Ted's a perfect 2 for 2. See who the Indians are going to bring out here to pitch to him. And I think they're going to go with old Bob Lemons coming out of the bullpen. Pretty good when you got Bob Lemon coming out of your bullpen. So Lemon's going to come out here and pitch to Williams. And Freeman and Pesky, the lefties. And where's Bob at? There he is. See what I can do against these lefties. And this is Bob's. I didn't check here. Let's see what year this is for Bob. This is his 1952 season. He pitched in 42 games in 52. Started 36, was 22 and 11, and had a 2.5 ERA. The first batter he's facing is Williams. He's a perfect 2 for 2 today. 2 homers and a base on balls. Can he get number 3 here, folks? No, he gets under that. Well, that's a rare play, ain't it? Yep. That is a rare play, so he might still have a chance here. That's probably going to be a 40 on a 25. So that ball is hit out the right field. So Colavito will have to re-roll here on a 45. Colavito's probably going to stay at 2. And he does. And that's going to be a single in the right, batter to second on air. And out trying for third. And we're going to have that same problem here, that he's not going to get thrown freaked out. So he's going to get a single. And I'll send him down the third, send him down the second. and then I'll redo the damn thing, getting picked off at second. So a single, we'll have an error, and then Colavito, I'll throw him out later here, and the runner will get down to second. And I'll pick him off and redo this because I'm not going to spend 15 minutes trying to get him thrown out at third and still not get it done. So we'll pick him off to get the out. And then I'll go in here and edit this. Sorry about this, guys. But this game does not like having an out on an error for some reason. Hopefully Mark can fix this. So let's go to extend it. So we'll go to Colavito, give him an assist. So where's Colavito at? Give him an assist. And we'll give Al Rosen a put out. Rosen will get a put out. And I'm 99% sure Williams doesn't get a caught stealing out of that. He doesn't. So we're good to go. Back to the game. Sorry about that. Like I say, it's a little glitch in it, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time trying to fix it here. So now you got Freeman up with nobody on. And Freeman's 0 for 1. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, but Ted Williams stays perfect, though. Even though he gets thrown out, he's 3 for 3. And that's going to be against a 7, against a 16. That is going to be a base hit, an infield hit here for, no, it's not. Looked at the wrong thing. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Trish makes a nice catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. That brings up Mr. Pesky now. And let's see what Johnny can do. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Popped up and flew out. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Colavito in right field. And that ends the inning after Williams gets thrown out at third. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-run game. We got Speaker, Jackson, and Trusky due up here. Speaker's 1 for 3. Singled, grounded out, and struck out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 down here in the 8th. And Shoeless Joe's up now. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to be a ball hit right in front of the plate. White is going to probably screw the pooch on this. A 56, and he's an 8. It's probably going to make him fielding column number 2. And it does. And that's going to be a strikeout. He does get his man first on error. No, that's with 2 outs. So that's a big strikeout. He throws him out at first. So Woods is dealing again, man, in the 8th. I was thinking about pulling him in the 9th. He's trying to make me not with back-to-back strikeouts. Here's Hal 0 for 3. He struck out, reached on the fielder's choice, and grounded out to first. And that's going to be a base hit in right field. So now I am still considering taking him out. As Al's aboard here, Al Rosen comes up. Got the Hal and Al show. And Rosen's 0 for 2. He's walked, grounded out the short, and popped up. And here's the pitch to Rosen. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ted Williams in left field. That'll end the inning. And we go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox looking to get some insurance runs, up 4-2. We got Kramer, White, and probably a pitch hitter for Wood. And Doc is 1 for 3 with an RBI, struck out and flew out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Colavito in right field. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes Sammy White up now. And Sammy is 0 for 3. He's flown out to the corners left and right and grounded out to first. flown out the center, not the right. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center again. That'll be 2 down. And like I say, that's going to be it for Wood. We're going to pitch hit for him here. He pitched a nice 8-inning game. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here and face Lemon. And he got one lefty on the bench. That's Pete Rollins is going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. See if Pete can get on board here with 2 outs. Of course, Woods shaking his head, says he can finish the game. Plus, he says, I already had a damn double in the game, Skipper. But we're going to take him out here. Let's see who's going to come in the pitch. Let's do that already. And Kreider's going to come in the pitch. Try to get the save. So, and this is Pete's 1958 year. He batted .322, 8 homers, and 59 RBIs. Can Pete get aboard here and try to get the Red Sox some insurance runs? And he does. He squares this one up. And the skipper says, that's why in the hell I pitched it for you, Smokey. And that's going to be a single in the right, maybe left field. Let's check. In the right field. Yep, single in the right field. So with 2 outs, Pete's aboard. We go to the top of the order here now in Collins. And let's see if Jimmy can keep this merry-go-round going. He's 1 for 4. He singled his last time up. They do it again here. And he sure does. He squares this one up. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs, Lemon can't get out of the way here. And that's going to be I'm sure he's not an L or an M, and he's not. So that's going to be a double in the right field. He doesn't have that great of speed, but 2 outs. Let's see here. We're probably going to send him 52. Colavito's got a gun out there. 23. So that's going to be a 45 or lower, but with 2 outs, who's up next? Goodman. We're going to send him with 2 outs. So what I say, a 45 or lower, he says, and he's in there. And it is now 5-3. As Pete makes it in safely on that double to right field. And now you got Pete down in second for Goodman. And still 2 outs here as Lemon gives up a all-important 3rd run now that they're up by. And Goodman's 0 for 3. He does have a sacrifice fly his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Colavito. He makes the catch. That'll end the inning, but the Red Sox score 1. We go to the bottom of the 9th. And Kreider's going to come on here to pitch for the Red Sox. And he'll be facing Colavito, Lou Burgell, and Steve O'Neill. Can Kreider hold this 3-run lead, folks? That is the question. Where is Kreider at? There's Kreider. Let's see what season this is for him. 1953 season. And in 1953, he pitched in 69 games, had 27 saves, was 10-6 with a 1.83 ERA. Colavito's 1 for 3. He homered his last time up. The only 2 runs on the board for the Indians. And that's going to be a ground ball back to on front of the plate here. And on a 41 with an 8. That'll be fielding column number 2. And that's going to be a strikeout. Nice job by Kreider. He strikes out Colavito. So 1 down here, and that brings up Lou Burgell. 2 outs to go. He's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out the Freeman at first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 2 up and 2 down, and the Indians are down to the last out here. And it's Steve O'Neill. Can he get on base, folks? Steve has a double in this game, and 2 doubles. and he grounded out the second. A lot of deuces there. And that's going to be a base on balls. Crider doesn't want nothing to do with him. So O'Neill's down at first. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Lemon. Doby's already came off the bench. And Earl Aver, I think, is going to come off the bench. Another lefty. See if Earl can keep this going here. Indians ain't going down without a fight. And there's Earl. And this is his 1938 season. And Earl batted .330 with 14 homers and 93 RBIs. Can he do something with O'Neill down at first? And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Ted Williams. And that's going to end this ball game, folks. The Boston Red Sox win this game 5-2. We'll take a look here at the box score. And the Red Sox, 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Tribe, 2 runs on 6 hits and an error. And the story of this game is Ted Williams, 3 for 3, 2 homers, and a walk. And the Red Sox were 2 for 5. Yeah, exactly. It was the Ted Williams show, wasn't it, Ken? He did it all. Yeah. The Red Sox left 6 men on base. Steve O'Neill had a hell of a game for the Tribe, going 2 for 3 with those 2 doubles. And Rocky Calavito with that big 2-run homer. They were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on. Wood goes 8 innings, picks up the win, 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 7, and gave up the homer to Calavito. Crider comes in, pitches 1 inning, walks 1, and strikes out 1. And Josh goes 0-1, 7 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 2, and gave up the 2 home runs to Mr. Williams. Let's get rid of that. So there we go. Get rid of that. Bob Lemon comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 run. And that'll do it, folks. I want to thank Ken Castro, Larry Harris, Beatles Eternally. Check out Beatles' great channel. Buckshot, check out his channel, BBN Sports Replay. 007 posted a game today. Check out 007's channel, folks. And I believe that was everybody, as 007 was the first one in the ballpark. I'm going to get off here and get something to eat. I'll probably be back on. I got the Cubs and Dodgers set up. Maybe we'll do a Cubbies and Dodgers game. Hopefully the Cubbies can beat them Dodgers. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out of the mistake by the lake, well, they wasn't there yet, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all have a great afternoon and take care.